So if you need to make your first $1,000 online, luck is in your favor, because this video is going to show you how you can use a timeless skill that's created thousands of millionaires as someone with zero experience. But first, you should understand this. After you hit your first $1,000, it fast tracks you to 5K, then 10K, and beyond. The hardest part is just getting started. So that's why in this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide with live examples of how to accomplish this. There are going to be 3 steps to today's guide, and number 1 is how to use the timeless skill that's made me a millionaire and thousands of other people the same. Number 2, how you can use the cookbook method to become an expert at this skill in a much faster time frame. And number 3, how to take this skill to a very well trusted website and make your first money with it. So first of all, what is this timeless skill? Well, if you look around, chances are you're going to be able to spot it. Anytime you've opened an email, watched an ad, or clicked on a website, you've experienced something called copywriting. The reason it's a lot more timeless than any of these business models like social media marketing or Amazon FBA is that this skill has been around since the 16th century. Ever since people were literate, this skill has been used to help people make money. And since then, the world hasn't looked back. The people who write these powerful words, copywriters, get paid a lot. And it makes sense. If I could pay someone to open a Google Doc, type some words in, and they get me more money, of course I'm gonna pay them. This is an extensive skill that you should spend a lot of time learning. But honestly, you don't need a 4-year degree to make your first 1K. All you need is to be able to write a good enough level of copy to get your foot in the door. And this is where the cookbook method comes in. Now, I want you to understand this cookbook method. So here's a quick metaphor. How could someone who's never used a microwave end up being able to cook like Gordon Ramsay? It's actually not that hard. You can just buy his cookbook, get all the ingredients, follow it word by word, and boom, you're basically Gordon Ramsay. Now, obviously I'm exaggerating. You won't turn out exactly like Gordon Ramsay. But the thing about copywriting is you don't need to be Gordon Ramsay in order to do it. You don't need to have a degree, you don't need to be the best in the world, you just need to be good enough to get a return on investment for whoever you're working with. So what is the cookbook for copywriting? How do you get good at it very quickly and be able to make money with it? Your cookbook for copywriting is going to be on a website called swiped.co. What you're going to do is basically rewrite the copy on this website, so you'll find tons of examples of copy that you can look at. You choose a piece of copy, you get it up on your screen, and then you open a document beside it, a blank document, and you start to rewrite the piece of copy that you see. This might seem a bit stupid or weird or like, why do I have to do this? But when you do this, you'll start to understand the structure of a successful piece of copy that persuaded a lot of people to buy something or do something, and you'll start to notice little creative devices inside it that were persuasive, like, oh, he said this thing or they said this thing and it worked really well. And you'll just start to get like all these like eureka moments in your brain. Now let's run through this example with an email. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rewrite the email that you see on screen, and I'm going to rewrite it as though I'm working with a business owner who's going to pay me to write copy for them. So let's imagine we're writing this email for a client who sells a multivitamin supplement. The beginning of it can be converted from what you see on the left to something like this. First of all, we list all the things that this supplement fixes. The people reading this likely have those issues if they're on an email list for it. And as a note here, always break up lines into 1 or 2 sentences. This makes it way easier on the eyes, leading to your copy just being more effective. Next, we talk about how you can only find that solution here. This makes the reader more interested because they think, well, this isn't any other supplement that they could find at Walmart. This is actually special. Okay, so that's a basic example, but now that you know how to use the cookbook method here, which is a very versatile skill in the copywriting world, you can also use this method in a bunch of different ways to get paid more.
But first, you need to understand this. Now, I'm a 6'1" man, so if I need to get Cheerios in my kitchen, for example, I just open the cupboard and take the Cheerios out. However, let's imagine I'm a different copywriting YouTuber who's a little bit smaller. And I'm not 6'1", so if I need to get the Cheerios, I have to get on this little chair here and, crouch my way up. This is a joke, bro. I got them. My feet are sore. Let's say for this example that the Cheerios represent the clients that you want to get as a copywriter. And so the chair represents a boost that you need to get to those clients. But if you want to get to the clients as a copywriter, how do you get that little chair, that little boost? Well, this is where Upwork comes in. Upwork is a marketplace where freelancers and business owners can connect with each other and work together. And if you can get really good at the next 3 steps I'm going to show you, you'll understand how to make thousands of dollars on Upwork like many other people do.
The first step is something I talk about all the time, and that's because it's so important. You need to make the storefront look nice. That's because when clients look at your profile, they need to take you seriously. So if you go to upwork.com and click sign up as a freelancer, it will bring you to this page. I'm going to run through this with you because there's a certain way to set it up if you want to get the best jobs in your feed. So let's say we have some experience, and then we'll say we're trying to earn our main income. Then you're going to put email copywriter as your title. After that, you'll use the emails that you wrote using the copywriting cookbook method. I recommend adding like 6 to 8 emails. The more you add, the more likely you are to land clients, and honestly, you could get 8 emails done in an hour using this method. Now, I'm just going to skip to show you the rest of the process. If you have any education or any diplomas, you can add them here, but I'm just going to skip. We'll say we speak fluent English, and if you can by any chance write in fluent Spanish, then good for you, you can add that here as well. And once we get here, I recommend adding all the tags related to email copywriting like I do here. Then you get to add your bio. This is important because potential clients are going to see this, and it could be the difference between getting paid and not getting paid. So just like how you used the cookbook method before, you're going to use that here. You can just copy this bio here if you want. Just make sure you actually change it, because if 1,000 people go and create the exact same Upwork profile, you're going to get banned. You won't be able to make any money with this method. So you need to actually change this here and add a little bit of your own spice. And next, we're going to go down here and we say we offer copywriting services. Then just set your rate at 50. I suggest you go for fixed rate jobs anyway. Then you need a good profile picture of your face, something that looks professional and simple. Quick tip for this: if you can't find a good profile picture of yourself right now, like if all you have is like selfies or you at like a parent's wedding or something like that, you can look up AI headshot generators that will give you a professional profile picture in a couple of minutes. Okay, now our profile is all set up. It is time to land your first clients. But there's one big problem. Almost all beginners using Upwork mess it up. They apply for every job they see and they pick terrible clients, and a lot of jobs don't pay well or the clients are bad at communicating. But I'm going to show you how to make sure that you're not picking any bad eggs to work with. You should also know it costs you something called connects, which are Upwork's currency, to apply for jobs. You get a ton of them for free whenever you sign up, but you don't want to waste these on applying for the wrong jobs. So that's why you want to use these search settings to find the best clients possible. So first we're going to just search for copywriting in the search bar. Then we'll go to this side panel here and select entry level and immediate. This is very important. You want jobs with a low amount of proposals because this means fewer people are applying. And after that, we're going to want clients who have verified payment as well as clients who have been hired before. Now, in order to land these clients effectively, you will need to write a cover letter. And honestly, none of this entire video matters if you don't do this step right. So if we go to apply for this job here, this is where we will type our cover letter. Then you can just use the cookbook method for this as well, but we'll go through it so you can understand what we're saying each line. So we're going to say something like, "Hey Daniel, I'm ready when you are. Send me a message and let's hop on a call to discuss. P.S. In the attachment, I've included some of my previous work as well so that you know what to expect from me. Have any more questions? Do not hesitate to contact me. Wishing you a great day. Your name here." Then you just go and repeat these steps. I recommend you apply for as many good jobs per day as you can. I would aim for at least 10 per day. Now, becoming a freelance copywriter on Upwork is great for beginners, and you can definitely make your first 1K in 14 days if you do everything right and you're actually good at what you do. But if you want to make a living from this and not just make $1,000 but actually make 5 to 10K a month, I think you should watch the video on screen where I give you an A to Z guide on how to make 10K a month as a copywriter.